Alrighty, welcome to another Spain teaser. Well, for Judgment Day over here. So we have I had another one. Look at that. Before we had red floods, Filenge, but now we actually got Dolly's JD little thing we got going on over in here, and it's very much a lot different compared to the one before. I recognize a few of the people here, but I haven't seen. I haven't seen. Besides not like the whole weirdness of Spain over here. Like before, we had all the John, Ledesma. But now we got Dolly back over into here, and all that good shit we got going on over in here. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this is gonna be. There's like a lot past we got going on over in here. And over here, the rule of the key, the sublime, and the Israel. And then we'll get into some last things we got going on over here. We got a new narrator icon over here. Look at that. I think that's neat. Over here, it's very colorful. I like the colors on that one. So we're gonna start from order, that being ones and the twos and all that shit. And then it's gonna be quite the thing. With cultural imagination, you got that daily political power and a little bit of stability over it, nothing big. In the Kino Asperia, which is I think White Wing Dolly's path name over here, because if he goes left wing in Red Flood, from what I remember, he becomes the Political Wonders. So yeah, he went down the right wing path over here in JD verse. The very essence of that pure identity is being reimagined as a yellow tapestry, woven from the threads of countless cultures, Catalan, Castilian, Basque, and Andalusian. Each distinct identity is brought together to form a new, fluid vision of community. This cultural fusion goes beyond simple blending. It is a radical transformation where tradition meets the abstract, and the past dances with the future. In Asperia, art is limitless, language bends and twists like the strokes of a dream, and music emerges from the depths of memory, crafting symphonies that echo with the weight of centuries. Yeah, sounds like a pretty interesting place to be. This is a quest to break free of the constraints of time and history, collapsing them into a single evolving Iberian spirit. In this book, experiment old divisions vanish into the ether, while emerge a fantastical, unified culture, uniquely Hesperian, shaped not by the boundaries of the past, but by the fluidity of imagination. So as you can tell over here, I think Dolly went after Portugal, so they got that whole thing going on over here, and I very much about. Okay. Look, very much say Portugal's gonna be a thing over here. If it's just Portuguese influence can influence some things we got going on over in here. We got a whole lot of stuff we got going on into the left action. Very much interesting stuff we got going on over here. Number 2, a divided government over here. Look at that. Reality bends and twists in the way of our contradictions, 1,000 factions pulling in every direction. The government dreams a nation of fractured visions where power is an illusion, ever shifting, ever unreal. Yeah. You can almost say it's irreal. Get it? You get it? Anyways. There's various ways like a distorted reflection in a cracked mirror. It's fragmented government, a kaleidoscope of competing visions. The surreal vision of Salvatore Dali dominates the hall of power, is constantly interrupted by la fiebre d'émission socialiste, Evelange, Owens, and many others. The government is a patchwork of contradictory ideologies, each fragment pulling in a different direction, but all bound by the need to maintain power in a fractured surreal reality. That's a really painted series of the chaos of the chaotic beauty. Boundaries of powers and purpose I never clearly defined. Academy are an absurdist theater with competing factions, negotiating, scheming, and sometimes even collaborating in strange, unexpected ways. In an angry logic tradition replaced by Japanese division, no one truly knows who holds the reins, only that they are held by 1,000 hands, each reaching for something different. Very different what's going on over here. Because, if I remember quickly, the whole incident still happens with the nuclear power plant, and that determines who's he's gonna get the power. I believe Dolly can remain in power as well if I put his card right. But I don't know. I've heard it's kind of weird. So I don't know. Speaking of the outbox incident over here, we got the Virgin nuclear plant. That over here. I like the blue on that one over It's a very nice shade of blue. I see the future's really thrust into the universe. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at that. Right over here, we're gonna get the get minus 25, minus 10. So I actually gain like plus 5. Minus 5 over here. Actually plus 0. That's stability over here. We got minus 15% consumer goods and plus 5 support over here. That's nice, but considering what's gonna happen, that's probably not gonna last long. The Vigo nuclear plant is a testament to the ambitious partnership between Spain and Soleil. While originally under control of the Spanish government, is widely recognized as a lesser de facto authority over its operations. This nuclear facility built for activity critical element in its space power generation. However, its achieving point is made a political tool for the Soleil, suddenly weaving their influence in the space, energy, and defense sectors. It's a real art of government and their Salvatore Dali found itself around the crossroads. The origins of the Soleil, not spoken tangible control of space atomic capabilities, is maintained this complex reality. The brokers at Vigo might swirl into Madrid, but it's Le Soleil directed to guide the planet's future. And I guess soon is gonna happen in like about a year from the start of over here. It's gonna have some wide range of repercussions, as it were. Very wide range of stuff over here, and then yeah. Look at the trans and Shiklian Railway. If I'm saying that right over here, we're gonna get some more PPA, and we're gonna get like minus 25% consumer goods and plus 10 stability over here. Not bad starting off over here, but yeah, it's probably gonna last. It's with everything that's going on over here, I'm assuming that things aren't really going to be that great. Oh man. During the man's fruitful existence, many myths and stories have circulated among many civilizations. One of the grandest and most recognizable stories is always the one of Hercules. Yeah, the French Herculean. We're over here. I think I fucking combined words over here. What the fuck? Fantastic demigod Greek myth those who performed 12 labors to atone for his sins. However, now his myth is now honored in reality by the artful insight and vision that leads after Dali, who, at declared in a statement to have begun his plan for an eighth world wonder. Yeah, we'll talk about the eighth wonder of the world over here. I'm very curious if that's going to be in JD line. With this new Transylvanian railway named in honor of the two pillars of Hercules, both present in Iberia and Moroccan territory of Esperia, all the future with health and I realized that the two lands ever more historically linked since the times of Ella and Luz. And combined together as the strongest Hercules will. Yeah, I am curious about how Morocco is going to factor into all this stuff. And whether certain powers will cause it to break away or not. We shall see over here. We shall see. It's very interesting how that's going to be over here. And when the lights of pocket appears, some will try to take this phone over here. Now you can see he's of all the boards we're going to take over there. So we're going to start with the Pro Dolly. And then we're going to go with the anti-dollar stuff over here. So I got Federico Garcia look. I remember way back in the day, if I remember correctly, I used to be futures over here and now he's surrealist. We got that surrealism. And I got also Luis Brunel, who I think used to be a vitalist. And then now also a surrealist. And I believe I don't remember exactly one of the devs said something. I believe the difference between them two over here. Yeah, over here. We also man the people are man that's closer to Platonic, the original series, with some influence of the Kafka society with many Mayakovsky over here. And he's more like a Kazian spirit in a sense. I love calling man as a real boss of traditional love. Romance in Cosmos is a view of the avant-garde over here. There's more of that to that, like some more to that Zeltarusian and avant-garde style of cellulism that going on over here compared to like the two different sects that they got going on over here. Then of course you got Pablo Picasso over the new constructivism over here. But I think I got a new icon over here too. I think some of these got new icons over here. Volkism. We got aristocracy over here. I think it's a new one over here. National collectivism. I don't remember if we saw that one over here, but I think it's a different one over here. So, yeah. So you got Picasso doing Picasso things over here. If you saw earlier, you can see like two of them. Him and him are part of the cabinet over here. I can't remember which those correspond to in the cabinet over here. But see, yeah, Picasso doing constructivistic over here. He's probably gonna be the stuff, the name of art is gonna go on over here. I heard some interesting things about it. Oh, Picasso does think though here, but I cannot exactly for the life remember what the hell it was. And let's see, we got the Pro Dolly group somewhere, and I'm pretty sure Dolly can also still remain power, but it doesn't really confirm that got going on over here into yet, so we shall see. But we'd like to see how like if Dolly managed to maintain his throne over here post Outback incident over here, how that's gonna factor into various policies over here. But he'll become like the we'll just start truly LARPing over here. That'll be a sight to behold. Then the anti-unlawless leaguers, as I'm gonna call them over here, the other three over here. We got Onisa along with the national collectivism. Let's see. I like a picture here, but I don't know where the fuck away. I don't even know. It's been a bit up. Let's see it over here because I feel like I recognize that name over here, but that's really what's the picture. You, Julio Martinez Santa Alanda. I think I recognize you because I'm pretty sure he's the guy that put on that fucking helmet on. I have that saved somewhere, but I can't remember where it was out here. But the dude just had like the little helmet on, going on over here. I think it's the guy over there. But yeah, he also used to be. I don't know if I posted it over here. It's been a while. But he also we're gonna pass over here. But he had a completely different pose over here. So he got a scar. He's got a new jacket over here, very German-esque over here because I believe he was inspired by the Anna Neighbor. And I found that over here, so he's definitely keeping up with that. Look at that neophilicism. Neophilicism. So I am yawning like crazy right now over here. I was kind of got that fucking sleep in them. Anyways, I'm taking a nap or something. Anyways. So yeah, we got this dude over here. I'm very curious how that's gonna be. I'm intrigued by that. And then we got Enrique Lister and that aristocracy over here. Probably gonna be more into that military, traditional like red. And probably like a little bit of Trotskyist installed over here because that red army shirt. And because we got that, probably a bit of the you combine, Nab bowl, whatever, and getting like the Velikis dude inspired by the enemy, but so yeah. Then we got quite a clique we got going on over here, and who knows about that, we'll see. Actually, with all this shit, Spain is definitely good tonight. My fellow Spaniards are over here in the land of fucking beer and shit. Anyways, there's a Portuguese and that Billy Heads. Yeah, I think that'd be cool. See how that's gonna play over here. I don't know. I would be curious to see actually see this content because I would like to play some of these paths over here. Probably I might try out all of them actually. Thinking about it because it seems like all of them are quite the cast of characters as it were, and I'm very much intrigued by interesting shit over in here. So I'll play anything like even like the more so path I don't want to play in like like the more like the center sort of stuff over here. If they actually are interesting. Look at that, like something interesting to make them stand out over here. I probably would do it. So like the generic democracy, that shit. I need something to really capture the eye in my mind. So yeah, that's about it. The really interesting teaser. I'm very much looking forward to whenever Spring gets content because I'm very much keen how Dolly's little state is gonna affect all these various people in their role, and I very much am keen on that how that's gonna pan out. So yeah, until then, I'll see you guys when they come next over here. I don't know what anything else is gonna be coming up next over into here, because before we had the Red Fuss stuff, with the Fallen Game. Now we got GD stuff with Spain under Dali. So yeah, we definitely eat Spanish. Spanish are eating good this time. Eating good this year at the very least. Yeah. Till then, I'll see you guys whenever it is that's gonna be coming next. That's gonna probably just more LP stuff. So yeah, no something comes up. In which case, yeah. Till then, see you.